What's up, y'all? So the question of this week is going to be, if I'm interested in joining an organization that's not on my campus, how can I go about doing so? So that question it's kind of twofold. So in most instances, if the chapter is not on your campus, has never been on your campus, what you would need to do is contact the graduate chapter that is closest to you. You can find all the information out online. There's chapter locators, so you can figure out exactly like who's around you, or if there's a neighboring school, maybe you can reach out to like look on the website of that chapter and see if there's any way for you to kind of see who their grad chapter is, not necessarily reaching out to the members of the undergraduate chapter, but see if you can figure out who their grad chapter is to see if they can kind of, you know, guide the way. And also you can probably try to reach out to like the headquarters and see if there's any way that they can assist you. So it's pretty much you need to talk to like corporate or somebody in higher chain of demand, you know, so they can really assist you. However, if you are at a school that for whatever reason there was a chapter there before, so let's say the chapter just happened to die off, or they got dechartered, or they were suspended, or you know, the chapter was terminated. If the chapter was terminated, there's literally nothing you can do. There's literally nothing that you can do to join that chapter aside from maybe transferring, if that's something you're interested in. Also, if the chapter was suspended for a certain period of time, there's nothing that you can do there's nothing you can do leading up to that final date to get the chapter back on campus. So don't think you can like, you're that special that you can, you know, make them this. No, if they were suspended, they're suspended for a reason, and because of that reason they're not able to come back for any reasons before that date, right? It's kind of like a jail sentence, you know, except it's very strict. This is the day you have to come out, period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You can get time extended to make it later, but as far as, you know, changing up and being able to join prior to that ending date, no. But if the chapter just so happened to like die off, again, you would have to get in contact with the graduate members, because a lot of times lines will be, or chapters will be prevented from having newer lines until like the final member has crossed. So in those situations, again, you have to contact the graduate chapter to see if they're even interested first in getting a new line. And if you don't feel comfortable talking directly to like the graduate chapter members, you can always try to reach out to like your student life coordinators on campus. That's pretty much what they're there for. They should have contact with the graduate advisor, and they should be able to kind of help you initiate that conversation if you're not comfortable with doing it yourself. So there are ways to kind of get the chapter or get the possibility to join the chapter. It's just gonna take more work, because in their eyes it's like the chapter already died down. What's gonna make you different than the people that came in and told me they would, you know, do this, that, and the next to make this chapter popping, you know? So it's like, what kind of makes you different? So at that point you kind of have to do extra work and be really ready and willing to do that work, and only after that will they even consider bringing the chapter back. So I said all this to say you need to contact either the grad chapter or your student life. Actually, you need to talk to both of them, just so your student life coordinators know that this is something that you're interested in. And then also you need to talk to the graduate chapter, because without them there is no way to even do anything. There's only so much your student life coordinator can do for you. You really need to talk to the graduate members and see if that's something that they first are even interested in, and if so, you can continue to go from there. They'll pretty much take over from there, and you have to look out for like bulletin boards, stuff like that, to kind of figure out what's going on. But to spark that initial interest, to show that you're interested in joining, you would need to talk to the graduate members. Hopefully that answered your question. I'll see y'all next week. Peace out.